Alam nyo ba itong SMDC? Ang gandang gawin na puhunan. Kung gusto nyong mag-invest sa mga kondo nila, maganda yung mga locations. Talagang prime. Mala resort yung mga amenities. Well-managed yung cleanliness, saka pwede mo pang maparent yung kondo na mabibili mo. Hindi mahal yung bayad sa pag-reserve, pati yung monthly mong down. Talagang abot kaya nating mga tiga-ibang bansa. So guys, kung gusto nyo magkaroon ng sarili nyong kondo, pamumuhunan ninyo, titirahan o gagawing bakasyunan, may eksklusibong discount kami ng SMDC dito sa Over a Glass or Two. Mag-email lang kayo sa amin sa oagot.us@gmail.com. Pwede ka din magbenta nito para sa ekstrang pera mo. So email lang kayo sa oagot.us@gmail.com. Get your mind and body rejuvenated with Monarch Montage, Skin Science and Medical Aesthetics. Secure the glow you always wanted. Achieve the body of your dreams. Monarch Montage upholds its high standards in beauty. Beauty is the harmony of science and art. Beauty is balance and symmetry. Complexions are meant to be immaculate, and beauty is beyond time. Imagine the possibilities. In the Philippines, contact Dr. Homer Mendoza. In New York City, contact Dr. Alicia Almendrao. Learn more at monarch-montage.com. Monarch Montage, the beauty and health continue. City, bringing the video podcast for global Filipinos around the world. Watch and listen as we speak and get to know different celebrities, icons, influencers, and inspiring people. Join Jesse Dang and Jay Cass as they talk about anything and everything while bridging the gap between Filipinos of different generations and genres of choice. This is Over a Glass or Two.
Hooray! Itaas ang mga kamay. We're here again.
Oh my God, we are so excited tonight. My God, finally. My actually idol and everyone's idol, David Pomeranz, is finally here in Over a Glass or Two. My God, we're so excited. How are you, Jcas?
I went out a little bit earlier, but it was cold, and my mistake
Yes.
again. I was still wearing my light jacket. Feeling ko, pwede na. It was so cold. And so I feel kind of under the weather right now. So I took something. So I hope it's just that and not,
It's just that, yeah.
not the Omicron.
Oh, no,
Please.
don't worry. It's not. I hope it's not. I hope it's not. So anyway, happy Saturday po sa inyong lahat. It's 9:33 p.m. here in the U.S., especially in New York and New Jersey. So, good evening po sa aming dearest USA. At sa Pilipinas naman po, aga-aga, Saturday morning. Naku, tulog pa siguro yung ibang tao. Pero guys, you can always watch the replay because this video will always be here forever and ever and ever. My God, so good morning po sa aming mahal na Pilipinas. And J-Cas, ikaw naman, go!
Yeah, straight from Brooklyn. Good morning po sa lahat ng mga Filipinos and non-Filipinos in different time zones, in different dimensions, in different continents, in different galaxies, in this whole wide universe.
Grabe, na-excite ako sobra.
Yes,
I
we are
cannot
so
believe.
honored, very honored today to have this very, very big international star who is very also close to the hearts of us Filipinos.
Yeah, as in, pretty much all his songs are my favorite at least. Grabe. Especially Born For You, King and Queen of Hearts. Ano pa ba yun? Yun yung mga favorite ko eh. And the other one, I forgot the Gotta Believe in Magic. My
Yeah.
God. Ang saya-saya. So, no, I'm sorry. It's Saturday morning, right? Sunday morning in the Philippines. I'm sorry, it's Sunday morning. Sometimes I'm kind of like confused with the time zone, but happy Sunday to everyone. Actually, Holy Week will start on Monday, right? It's Monday, right?
Well,
Ayan.
Sunday already. It's Palm.
Palm Sunday
It's Palm.
actually, already in the Philippines.
It's already starting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So guys, please share this ha. Paki-share po sa lahat ng mga nanonood para ma-enjoy
Yes.
ng lahat. Ayan. Pero before we start, of course, I introduce our special guest. We would like to say hi sa mga unang-unang nag-comment. Ate Sheila, hi. Watching from Pennsylvania.
Wala na
Our
tayong-
dearest Kay Morales.
Para mo i-continue, wala na tayo yung yung alam mo na, yung spill natin.
Oo nga pala. Oo.
Ayan!
Number 49
Oh!
OFW. My God, sorry. Na-excite
Ano?
kasi ako eh. Oo
Nako.
nga talaga. Okay, go ahead, J-Cas. Go!
Yes. Bago natin batiin ang mga live commenters, guys, wag
Yes.
muna natin kalimutan suportahan ang tumutulong sa ating mga bagong bayani at kanilang mga pamilya. Ang number 49 OFW Party List. Kahit sa amang panig ng mundo, kung Pinoy ka, OFW ka, iisa lang tayong lahat. Kaya suportahan po natin ang One Filipinos Worldwide, number 49 OFW Party List. Sama-sama po tayo para sa ating mga bagong bayani.
Yes, malapit. Ay, actually, pwede na pong mag-umpisang bumoto, di ba? Start ng April 10. Overseas, pwede na po. Huwag niyo pong kalimutan sa inyong balota.
Yes.
Number 49 OFW. So anyways, sige na, mag-umpisahan na natin. Excited na ako. Hi, Kate Mangubay is here. My God, Angelo
Kate.
Alvarez. Kay Morales. Tita Maha is here. Kuya Joy, enjoy
Kuya
in Atlantic
Joy.
City. My God, so many people watching. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, di ba? Hopefully,
Yes.
masagot ng ating special guest for tonight. So anyways, okay, at ikaw, don't forget guys, tomorrow actually is ang favorite ng bayan, Mr. Cesar Montano is in Over a Glass or Two. So
Yeah, that will
abangan
be
niyo po yan.
Monday morning and
Monday
Sunday
morning.
evening here in the East Coast.
Exactly. Okay, so anyways, I'll introduce our special guest for tonight, guys, in the US and morning naman po sa Pilipinas. Okay. Our special guest for tonight is an American singer, composer, lyricist, and recording artist. He has toured the world and also has written for feature films, musical theater, and other big artists. His various songwriting projects have amassed a total of 22 platinum and 18 gold albums. My God, grabe ang dami eh. But what made him the darling of the Filipino people are his ballads that touch our hearts and remain classics up to now, like Got to Believe in Magic, King and Queen of Hearts, the old songs, and super mega hit, my favorite and everyone's favorite, Born For You. Guys, let's gear up and get to know our favorite singer. Please welcome Mr. David Pomeranz.
Hello. Mabuhay, Jesse, J. Kaz. Hello. How are you?
Hi. My God, sir, we're so speechless.
We're
I swear.
good. We're good
Thank
that
you
you're
so
here
much.
now in front of us.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you very
you.
much. How's it in the New York area? Is it freezing cold or what?
It's
It's not
kinda
freezing cold, but it's still cold. Like what I said
Yeah.
earlier, like I made a mistake of like just wearing my light moto jacket, and yeah, so now it's like, oh my God, it's like it's still too
It's
early
sort
for
of like,
that.
yeah, it's we wonder what happened to
But it's still weird
to
wearing
springtime.
like it's where is spring? We're so
Yeah.
early.
It's
Yeah.
a month away. It's a month away. Sorry to say.
Exactly. What about how's the weather in Florida?
Florida is good. I've lived in Clearwater, Florida, for a long time, and it's wonderful because it's when it's cold, it's nice and cold, and when it's hot, it's Florida. So it's like the Philippines when it's hot. It's the
Well,
same stuff.
wait, I heard that the water is clear in Clearwater, Florida,
And yes, it
Super
is.
clear.
and I'm
Is
very
that the
smart.
reason why they
Man,
called it
I'm
clear?
very smart. Yes.
It's a beautiful place to live. We love it here.
When did you decided to move to Florida?
Well, God, I mean, I'm from New York and lived there much of my life, and then moved to Los Angeles for 28 years. And my wife and I looked at each other on a very busy freeway one evening, and looked at each other and had the same thought. We went, "We're leaving now," and
Really?
we chose Clearwater, Florida, which has been a really good choice. It's right by Tampa.
Oh
And the airport's great, so I get to tour and travel and do anything I'd have done in Los Angeles, only in a nice place.
my
I mean,
God.
LA's okay, but I like LA. We have so
Florida.
many good friends there.
Yeah, but Florida that's actually my dream place. Like
Hmm.
Clearwater or not Orlando, like the other one that we went, I forgot. Well, Florida is beautiful because the weather is so nice, right? My
Yeah.
God. So anyways, before we start before we continue our chit-chatting, we would like to of course do our protocol. So we have to of course
Ah,
make a toast for you.
Yes.
okay.
Yes. So do you have what are you drinking right now, sir?
I'm drinking beer.
Oh
No,
yeah.
no, no, no.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking just a little bit of coffee. Just a
Oh,
little.
there you go. Okay.
A little pick me up.
Up,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. There you
So do
go.
we drink together? Is that should we click?
Oh,
Should we?
yes. We have a protocol here. We have to
Yeah,
welcome you and then
we
we'll
have
take a photo
something.
up and then we'll continue talking again. Okay.
There's a lot of
So-
tricks in here
The
in the
tra-
show.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
All right, carry on.
And
No, I'm in your hand.
ang daming kaiklatan po. Oh, anyways, so okay. Nawala tuloy ako. Oh my God, I got lost.
You
'cause
can
I'm
do
so,
it, Jessie.
I'm so nervous because I swear, I'm a big fan since I was younger. Yes, sa sambayan ng Pilipinas po at sa aming Dearest USA. Guys, let's all welcome Mr. David Pomeranz. Welcome to Over a Glass or Two.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Yes.
Yes. Woo.
Oh. Mm.
Okay, one more.
Wait a minute,
Let's
there's
take a
gin in
picture.
here. Somebody put gin in my coffee.
Ooh.
One can be
Wifey,
so
huh?
lucky.
Okay. Anyways, come on, sorry. Let's take
Let's
a
have
picture
a-
and then we'll
a
start
class
we'll
picture.
continue
Okay. There we
the
go.
chit chatting. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
All right.
My God, sir. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, thank you, Joel Seabag. Thank you for introducing, of course, Mr. David Pomeranz to
Yeah,
us.
thank you
Are you
very much,
friends? Are you really
Joel.
good friends with Joel?
We're very good friends. He's a great producer and a really fine musician. So we've been buddies a long time. Good guy.
And we found that out personally when we had him over here like probably a month ago.
Oh, right.
Oh my God.
Such a swell guy and such a cool guy. And also, yes, you are right. He's such a great pianist.
Oh my God, we were like amazed with his story, life story. Do you know his life story, like how he started?
Not really. No, I don't.
Oh wow, okay. Like one of these days, maybe that's a good chit chat during dinner. Because he had a humble beginning.
But
Yes.
he's a very. I can see that it would be so because he's very, very philanthropic. He loves to give to people,
help,
especially
yes.
in the Philippines. He really puts his money where his mouth is.
Yes.
He goes back and he feeds children. He gives children school supplies, and it's a I'm sure you know that, he probably told you. He does
Yes.
it every year. It's on his dime or his dollar or whatever you want to say, his peso, and he's doing this good work all the time. He's a good man.
I know,
That's it.
just like you, right, sir?
Well, thank you. Hi,
Yes.
Joel. I hope you're watching.
Yeah, yeah. He said that actually right now he's in a small I don't know what like an event or
Function.
something,
Oh,
a
yeah.
function, and actually an event. So he said like he will watch it like as soon as it's done. Well, there's always a replay. So anyway, so you know what I'm dying to know, because I know like not probably a lot of people knows like how. I want to start from scratch, like how you started in the music industry, how you became the famous, iconic David Pomeranz. So how did it started?
Well, I've always written songs and sung ever since I was a very little boy. When I was 5 years old, I was sitting. And this is the truth. I was sitting on the floor of my den at home,
Okay.
listening to the cast album of West Side Story,
Oh,
and I was transformed. I actually knew right then and there was nothing else I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to eat it, sleep it, drink it, and be near this wonderful genius music. And that was it. So it wasn't a conscious choice. It was just this is happening.
how old were you?
I was 5 years old.
Five, as in five?
You already knew
Yeah, I was
by
a
that
little
time.
boy. My parents are very musical. We're very musical. My mom's still with us. She's a pianist. She sings. She's an actress. My dad was a wonderful singer, and so music was always in the house. Always, my mom would play the piano, and my sister Sue,
Okay.
my sister Susan, and myself, and my mom and dad would stand around and we'd harmonize songs. And then when I was maybe, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, I started to write songs and learned to play drums, learned to play guitar, piano, blah, blah. And
Wow.
I would go to my parents and play the new songs. Hey, Mom,
Wow.
Dad, what do you think of this one?
I,
And
oh, okay.
yeah, it was a very, very supportive environment for me.
So,
What did
so,
you?
so
Did,
Jesse, it's
okay,
really
go ahead.
inevitable because it's in their genes.
Exactly.
They're very.
It runs in the
It's a
family.
musical family.
Yeah. What about was that did you ask your mom to, mom, can you let me like was that enroll me to a piano lesson
A music
or was it
school?
self-taught?
Well, I'm pretty self-taught. I took 6 months of piano and hated it, and I lied to the piano teacher who said, "Did you practice?" And I went, "Oh yeah." No, not 1 minute. and
Really?
yeah, and I think she knew it because I was not great. But after 6 months, I said, "I'm going to do this myself," and that's what I did. Taught myself.
Wait, during that time was there YouTube, or because a lot of people can easily learn, how to play piano or any other instrument by just watching YouTube, right? It's a
That's true.
self-taught, you don't have to pay.
That's true.
But during that time, because there's some people that are they're genius when it comes to music. They just have to listen and they can just play it right away. Are you that type of person?
Well, I mean, I was raised at a time of the singer-songwriter. There would be the Beatles, obviously,
Oh yes.
and James Taylor and those guys were coming up. Jackson Brown, all this amazing guys who wrote their songs, and they weren't trained. I know Paul McCartney talks about it all the time. He taught himself music, and I thought, I want to be that kind of a musician. I wish, in retrospect, maybe that I had studied a little more thoroughly, because I'm winding up studying anyway, even
Yes.
whether it's on my own or a book or
Yeah,
a
because
YouTube.
you're already there, and your parents were paying for it.
Exactly, right?
Exactly. I didn't
Yeah.
get that at the time, but I thought it was extra cool that those guys and women were self-taught. So I wanted to. That was my role model.
Oh, what
I
about
think the
singing?
timing, yeah.
Singing, because you have a
Oh, there you go, the cutie. Woo!
That's a cutie.
We got it from the treasure chest.
Oh my god! Wait, what about singing? So how did you discover that you have a golden voice?
I just love to sing. Always sang. My dad and I used to sing in a synagogue choir for the Jewish holidays. And
Okay.
I don't know if you know Hebrew songs, but they're beautiful. Many of them are in a minor key. If some of your listeners would have heard, let's say, Fiddler on the Roof, or those kinds of
Oh,
songs.
yes, yes, yes.
Sunrise, sunset,
Oh,
sunrise, sunset. This beautiful, aching, lovely, beautiful music. And so my dad and I would sing in the choir and these Hebrew songs, and we'd all cry. And there were 3,000 people in attendance. So there I was, maybe 9 years old, standing in front of that many people. And I got a sense of, how thrilling that was. And then, of course, the next day in school, the girls looked at me for the first time. So I went, I think I got something here.
Aha.
suddenly you're
I
hot
think I should,
because you're a musician.
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
I should keep
exactly.
doing this one.
Oh wow. So okay, so you started at 9 and then high school and college. So did you decided to
Band.
like, you know what? Let me join contests. Did you try to cuz you know that how in school, right, they have to join different contests and singing contest or any musical contest in school.
Or
Oh no.
a
I hate
glee
that
club like that, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. I
Join a
was
glee
I
club.
was at the school orchestra and the band. I played drums. We play "Hard Day's Night." The Beatles song, and I cracked that thing and play. Look, I just tried everything. I appeared everywhere at weddings and birthday parties, and my parents
Bar
would people who-
mitzvahs, everything. Like,
bar
Everything.
mitzvahs.
Yeah.
how about
I
an
was there.
opening of an envelope? You're there too.
I was in the opening of an envelope.
So
Sammy Davis Jr. used to say that he was he was always on, and so when he opened the refrigerator door and the light went on, he would do 20 minutes.
Whoa.
it's a show. Everything
And then it's a
Everything
show.
was
shining and a light. So
Oh,
tell me
wow.
right now during that time. So give us a rundown. Rundown of the musical instruments that you know how to play already?
Well, those three: drums,
Drums,
guitar, rhythm guitar,
rhythm guitar.
and piano. Yeah.
Oh my God. So what about of course like as you grow older, your parents didn't stop you to like, you know what, just be a doctor, be a
No.
lawyer. No, it just
No.
they just push you and let you, like pursue your dream.
Well, they let me, like you just said it. They let me. They didn't push me anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
They let me follow my joy, and that's what they did for me.
What about composing? When did you started, when did you start you know what, I want to I want to compose songs, beautiful love songs.
Well, I mean, songs was the area of music that turned me on. I mean, that was the thing. It was the song, the verses, the choruses, the payoff, the big build. That was thrilling to me. And as I said, I started to write. I don't know how old I was, 13, 14. I wrote stupid things, for school.
Yeah.
There was a guy called Steven Strocker who was running for school president.
Okay.
And he had a little sign up. It says Steven Strocker for president. So I wrote a song called Steven Strocker, You're Off Your Rocker. That means crazy.
Yeah, yes,
Steven
yes.
Strocker, you're off. Steven Strocker, you're off your rocker. You'll never get into space. I don't know what that means.
Oh my God.
Well, definitely
Not a clue.
he can't use it for his campaign. That's what we know for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. I was just in it and around it, but a lot of bands. I was in a lot of bands.
Oh, so you high school and college, I'm assuming?
Yeah, bands. Yeah, oh yeah, and before.
And what is the most of the genres that you were playing in these bands?
Pop music.
Pop music.
It's off the radio.
Yeah.
And Hang On Sloopy when I was younger, and then as it went, it would be more. Love and Spoonful, Beatles, that thing. As
And
we went.
the classics too. Yes. Of
And
course.
Exactly.
yeah, and then I just started to develop my own thing, and my recordings became more my songs than others. Although I still do an occasional cover, which is fun.
So during that time, oh my God,
Oh,
a
excuse us.
hottie!
Well,
Look at that.
wait a minute, David.
How old were you?
You did not tell
On
us
this
that you
picture?
modeled too.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I was about 23, I think there.
Oh my, ooh, look at that, a hottie. So wait, was it harder during your time to get noticed? Because now well, for me, I think it's harder because of the social media. There's so many choices, but a lot of competition. But about during your time, was it hard?
What a good question. That's a very good question. In fact, I was talking to a branding genius just yesterday on that very subject. It was a whole different thing. The promotion for a record was generally generated by the record company, and they would spend money putting you on billboards, newspapers, magazines, getting you
Exactly.
interviews and stuff.
Yeah, to
And
market you. Yeah.
it's because it's a retail world.
Okay.
There was no, online anything.
Streaming, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't exist. So there were promotion people in every city, and when you go tour, when I would tour, I'd go and I'd meet the radio stations and shake hands and get my picture taken with that person or that person, and visit the record stores, of which, as you know, there aren't any.
Exactly. You have to, yeah.
We visit the record stores, and they put up big posters, and we'd sign the poster. So it was very touchy feely, firsthand one-on-one experience.
Yeah.
Not at all like today, where, as you said, it's just a wall of noise. Look at me, 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 look at me.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you didn't ask me this, but it's interesting because it always boils down to, what are you? It's like, and I tell this to guys, to people in the business who are coming up, when they say, it's got to be a new video, and it's got to be, and I got to hem, and the girls say I've got to wear a short little skirt, and I've got to, move around like that. And I say, wait a minute, and I just look, and I just get quiet, and I say, what are you? I don't mean that derisively or disrespectfully. What are you? What do you want to express? What do you want to communicate? Why are you doing this? And
Exactly.
and it's that, and there's the branding.
Yeah.
There's the seed of the branding. What snowflake are you? Everybody is different. Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So you just look and see, by survey or by observation, what it is that when you play for people or write for people, you see the light goes on with them. I can make this a happy room, and I do it this way.
True.
And you start, I'm sorry?
Oh, no. I'm just saying it. True. You're right. Hello?
So it doesn't have to be. So even though it's noisy and it seems like it's a free for all of who can yell loudest, the ones that get through are the ones who are themselves.
You're right.
Evidently, that's still the ball game.
It's
Absolutely.
exactly up
You got
until
it.
now, right?
You got it.
But during that time, was there someone who asked you that too? Like, who are you? Like, what is your
Yeah.
goal?
Yeah, but you can ask that question in a very negative way too. It's like, who are you?
Exactly.
Who are you? What do you want to do? And the truth is I just like to make music. So they would try to shape me in order, and it's not their fault because they had a market. They'd have to market the thing. But I would sing the way I sing. So, well, can you sing some other way? Can you sing more like this guy on the radio? And I can, and then sometimes I try it and it seemed like kind of phony, and I get lost. It's like, what am I doing? Who am I? What's going on? So, the people would ask me, what are you? And what I'm trying to say is that what I realized was that I'm that little 5-year-old kid on the on the floor, listening to West Side Story, going, I love this. And that's the motivating thing for me, and I think for any artist. You know, I want to make beautiful effects. I want people to be jazzed about music like I am, and I'm going to do something so that they are.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. It's not a thinky thing. It's a feeling thing. It's a purpose. It's a purpose. You know. So yeah. So they, you know, so they can. I'll tell you a very quick story, because I write for the theater too. I write for Broadway, and so the record companies are so scared to have. This was a few years ago. It's different now, but in the playbill where it says, you know, what the person has done, don't say anything about your pop statistics. Don't talk about it. Just your theater. Because if you say too much about your theater, your pop thing, they won't take you seriously. They say, it's a pop guy. What does he know about theater? And conversely, the record company would say to me, don't talk about theater, because people won't understand what you are. How could a guy who writes for theater be a rock guy? It's impossible, right? So I had a hard time with that, you know, people saying, what are you? And, you know, and I finally reconciled it by realizing that I'm a musician.
There you go. Problem solved.
Exactly. Like you can write anything. Oh, look at that. That's
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Lin-Manuel,
Wow.
Wow. Our favorite, Hamilton. Oh,
Yeah, he's a lovely
so
guy.
young. But so questions. So during that time, so I know you, there was a big difference, right, between the generation now and the generation before during their time.
Yeah.
So like how did you got noticed? Because I know there's during that time there's a lot of artists that was like during your generation that are like pretty much the same like what you do, but you're like actually like up there. So how did it started? Like how did you make all this recording labels notice you and like amazed with your talent and be like, you know what, come here. Here's the contract and we'll make you rich.
Well, good question too. It wasn't always like that. I mean, the first deal with Decca Records was my first company, and my manager took me around a lot of companies in New York, and they all turned me down. Bang, bang, bang. And what we tried that was different was, he said, because it was always tapes, you know, like here's the guy's tape. Well, I don't know, man. So he said, it was a guy called Steve Frank. He said, I'm going to take you in the office with your guitar and you blow his mind. Because they didn't do that back then. And we didn't tell him. And so I took my guitar out and I played some high energy thing that I was doing. And he went, holy moly. And he signed me. And then we did 2 records with them. They did okay. They weren't huge hits, but they did okay. And then a little while later, I signed with Arista, Clive Davis's label, right? Mm-hmm. And that was that picture you showed. That was the cover.
Okay.
That was the Arista cover. But what happened there was the songs that I was writing off of that album were recorded by other singers, and like Trying to Get the Feeling Again was a song that I had written around that time that I put on my album. And it was originally written for the Carpenters. And the Carpenters recorded it, Manilow recorded it, and I put it on my album. But they had the hit with it, which was fine. And there were songs on there that generally were picked up by other singers. So my success at that time was more as a songwriter.
Oh, what song was that?
Well, Trying to Get the Feeling Again. I go down, trying to get the feeling again. And then my next album had a song called The Old Songs, which I wrote with my friend Buddy
Oh my
Kay.
God, we love
And
I'm
that.
having goosebumps.
and Barry
Okay.
Manilow heard my record and had a number one hit with it.
Yeah.
So that's how I really started, was as a songwriter. I mean, in terms of being known.
When you were writing these songs, trying to get the feeling again, and the old songs, did you ever got that feeling that this will be big, like how it was how it is right now? It's still a classic, you know. It's played everywhere in the karaoke, especially if you're Filipino.
Everywhere,
If you're
everywhere.
Filipino.
Not just Filipinos, Asians, any ethnicity.
Sure. So what are you asking? I'm missing.
Like did you have that feeling that while you were writing these
That
first
this is gonna
the
be
old
big.
songs and trying to get the feeling that this would be hits, you know?
Oh. I don't know. Maybe.
It's a hit and miss. Was it a
I
hit
was
and
gonna
miss?
throw, I was going to throw the old songs out.
Oh
I,
really?
I wrote the song
Really?
with Buddy Kay, and we looked at each other, and he said, "That's pretty good." And I went, "It's crap. Throw it away."
It's like it's definitely it's titled the old song. Let's throw away
The
the
old
old song.
song.
Yeah, it's
But
like, yeah.
Yeah.
it became the next song.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So I don't know. So the answer is, sure. I mean, I'm always wanting hits, and every recording artist would be lying if he or she said they didn't want hits. But I didn't know that I was writing a hit song. I knew that Trying to Get the Feeling at the time was a good song. And on that same Arista album was If You Walked Away. I knew that was a good song.
Oh yes, definitely.
And so also one called "It's in Every One of Us," which became very big for me. But so that was kind of my I think more my compass was, is this any good? Does this give me chills? Did I do a good job?
Do you
And I-
like it personally? Of course, and that's your gauge.
Yeah, that's kind of all I got. The rest listen, I've written songs to make hits,
Yes.
and they're generally horrible. Horrible.
Really?
You can smell it a mile away. I think.
Wow.
I
But
think.
wait. So sir, wait, what about I know you became a good composer, right? Like you wrote amazing songs to this big artist. So what made you decided to, like, you know what? Hey, I want to shine my own shine too. I want my own star. So let me sing my own song. So how did it start? How did it started? Tell us.
Well, I was always doing that.
Oh,
And
okay.
and it just so happened that these artists were hearing my records. I had a very good publisher at the time, a music publisher at Warner Brothers. And that's their job too, is to take their writer's song and to get it recorded by other people. Well, they did their job. And but I was always recording. I mean, and still am. I'm always a singing songwriter.
Wow. Was there a time in your life that, you want to give up? Like, I'm sick and tired of this. It's mundane. I'm doing this over and over again. Let me do a different thing.
Yeah, I had one thought like that one time, and it wasn't because it was mundane, but it was just because there was something that happened that was upsetting, and I was tired of being upset by the business, and I was like, I'm done. I remember landing. I was in Moscow. I was in Russia, and I came back to New York and landed, and I went, I don't want to do this anymore. So there was time I did have that thought, but generally, no, I don't. I just keep.
It's always like, oh, I love my
keep
job.
creating. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
How about
always-
you considered yourself a musician because you're very a good composer both in Broadway in writing musicals and also contemporary songs. If you're asked right now, weighing the two, is there more of love for the other one or the other?
Also, good question. Excuse me. Some water.
Drink water, sir.
Now I
Drink
need
your
the
gin. Drink your
Yes,
Now
you
I
need
need
a
gin.
vodka. You need a vodka. Come on, drink with us.
Let's pretend, everybody. This is
Yes, exactly.
well, it's different. It's like a different itch, it's a different itch. It's a different. It's pretty different. Writing for the theater is Writing for a song is it's a 3.5 minute or 4 minute or whatever thing that's supposed to say a thing, communicate an emotion from a viewpoint, like a character. So, like in the theater, I guess you could say. But that's the requisite. It's got to communicate an emotion, a viewpoint, and it's usually one idea. In the theater, you've got a character, you've got the story, you've got why sing instead of speak. You know, why all of a sudden burst into song? And guys who don't know this, you know, they'll to just chalk their shows filled with songs just because it's a musical and they're supposed to have songs. But the songs have to have a reason. Someone once said, you know, you speak in the theater, you speak, and when you can't speak anymore, you can't say it with just words, you sing. And that's a different thing. And also, the last thing I'd say about that is in the theater, you have sometimes called what they call book songs, which means that it's a song interrupted by dialogue. You know,
Okay.
and then you go to another verse, and then there's more dialogue, and there's that sort of a thing, and that's a way different thing, and that's quite a challenge. So the theater stretches me as a lyricist and as a composer, and the pop. But here's the thing, and I'm realizing this now
Okay.
because I'm kind of feeling like there's a pop album that I need to make somehow.
Oh.
My experience with the theater is going to inform the new songs, not because they'll sound like theater songs. No, they'll be
Okay.
rock songs or pop. You know, it'll be songs of expression, contemporary.
Contemporary. Yeah.
But having done that in the theater, I think those songs are going to be better, and they'll have a little more, punch to them. You know.
Oh,
So I'm
wow.
excited.
We cannot wait. But when are you planning to do that, or did you start writing?
Can you reveal anything of the
little
new
bit.
musical that you're writing right now?
Oh man, no, I can't yet. But
You
but
cannot. Yeah. Yeah.
no, not yet. But no, I have some songs. I have some unfinished things that I wanted to finish. I'm working on a musical. We open in July in Portland, Oregon,
Yes.
and then we'll go on tour. Blah blah blah. But I need to finish that, and then after that's over, I'm going to sit down and look at what I'm going to do.
Yeah. So I'm curious. Like, I know when you were starting. So how did you figure out that? Oh my God, I made it. Because we know a lot of artists that they're still here, but they think like they're all that, but nobody knows them. Like very few people, probably few friends and family, and a couple of like friends from all over the world. But during your time, like how do you know? Like, oh my God, people are started coming to me and screaming, David, David, David. So how did you know that? Oh, I made it this time. Like I got a big hit.
Well, actually, I had the very first mega success was in the Philippines, because I hadn't played coliseums like the Araneta or
Yes.
big venues elsewhere as a headliner. I'd done lots of those things as an opening act or on a tour or whatever it was over the years, but that kind of Beatlesy thing, happened
Well,
in
yeah.
the early '80s in the Philippines. And when I remember getting off the plane in Manila, and there was I don't know how many, maybe few thousand people there screaming and cameras and
Taking
stuff.
pictures. Yeah.
And I looked back over my shoulder to see who was on the plane.
Oh my God.
You weren't sure
You'd be
whom
like,
they're
are you sure? Wait,
they're there for.
Beatles is
I
not
did.
with me.
I said, wait a minute, what's going on here? And then I realized, that my songs had, caught on big, but that kind of big. I mean, I've always
It's
been successful, but that's a different kind of big. And so that was
oh wow.
a great thrill. And my relationship with the Philippines and the Filipinos hasn't waned, and I'm blessed every day for this relationship that we have. It's
Oh my God. Oh, that's how it started. Like why you fell in love with the Filipinos.
yeah, because I got this amazing response, and
Oh
I didn't
my.
expect it. I just didn't expect it.
Because you got the love too, you know.
Oh,
Only
your songs.
because your
Even
songs, it struck the chord in us, you know.
yes, exactly.
I'm
Even
glad.
up until now, even the younger generation. Why do you think, I'm curious, why do you think your songs up until now are still a classic hit? What do you think your songs has that some other songs doesn't have?
Well, I try to put emotion in there,
Yes.
and when I'm writing them um, or working on them, I try to have that the blood has to boil in me while I'm
Yes.
writing it, and when I'm singing it, and I go back into the control room, and sometimes I'll start to cry or I'll get chills or something, and then I know that it's there. And so those things are, I guess, are timeless only because, not because they're so tremendously great. And maybe people would think that they are, but that's not. I don't think that's why. I think it has communication in it. You know, when
True.
you see like Van Gogh paintings, or
Mm-hmm.
whoever your favorite classical painters are,
Mm-hmm.
you see things that from 200-300 years ago that jump off the walls at you, that never don't. They always do. They're
Exactly.
alive,
Exactly.
because it had that quality when they were produced. It's got a communication. It's got expertise, and so that's, at least that's what I try for. I don't always make it, but I do my best.
You know, what? I'm curious. Like because all majority of your songs are like Filipinos fell in love with it. It's because it really struck us. Like as in like it's like it sounded like you're talking to us. That's why you became a big hit in the Philippines, right? And a lot of people too can relate. Um, um, I'm curious. Um, every song that you wrote, was there like a reason behind it? Like for example, like your experience, like King and Queen of
A
Heart.
hugot
It's
in our
usually for
language.
it's usually for my God, nonstop up until now proms. They always have to make sure that they have to, like play that King and Queen of Heart. During that time, were you like the king? Do you have a queen during that time? Were you the
Well,
the prom king?
Were you playing cards during that time?
I know, right? Come
well,
on, let's play poker.
well. First of all, with King and Queen of Hearts and Gotta Believe in Magic, I did not write. I'll tell you what happened.
Okay.
Oh,
Tell you what happened.
okay.
Those songs were in a movie called Zapped in the 80s.
Yes.
Oh yes, I
Yes,
And
remember
yes,
I was
yes.
this.
and I was the singer in the movie. See. So they were
Oh,
written by Charlie Fox and Stephen Geyer. Charlie Fox wrote "Killing Me Softly" with his song. He wrote "Trying to Get no, Ready to Take a Chance Again, Ready to Take My
Oh,
No."
oh my God. Yeah.
That's Charlie Fox. So he and Steve Geyer wrote those two songs, and I made the record. So I did my job as a vocalist, and then the
oh.
records exploded. So
So
I
wait,
hate to not
Oh
be
my God.
romantic about it, but that's what happened.
but when you said you were a singer for the movie, for the soundtrack, or were you in the movie as a singer
No,
singing
for
the
the
song?
soundtrack. For the
Oh, the
For
soundtrack.
the
soundtrack.
soundtrack.
The
Okay.
songs were
All
in the
right. Of
movie,
Zapped.
and the soundtrack album contained those songs, and then they went. Phew.
Yes.
Hey, what
Oh.
about acting? You're a good-looking guy, so you never even like.
No,
Oh, you know what? Let me try acting too. If I
yeah,
got
but
a lot of these awards, let me try my
hey,
acting
listen.
skills.
Yeah, well, thanks, but I was in a movie. I I have too much respect for actors to deal with that, because I don't have the same passion that I have for songwriting and singing and performing as I would acting. It's like I don't, Oh, except for one exception. I wrote a musical about Charlie Chaplin,
Okay.
and I performed that musical in performing arts centers and theaters in the U.S., in Australia, and other places. And it's a one man show, and I performed 40 parts in it. the whole show. And
Whoa.
that's one exception where I just love performing and acting that story because it's such a compelling life story of his. And I wrote the music and lyrics, and co-wrote the script with a guy called Stephen Horwich. So that's the one exception. But listen, actors spend their whole lives doing this.
Exactly.
Like I, or you, like you guys, we spend our lives doing what we're doing. And I just, I don't have the passion and the drive. And I don't know that I'd be good enough. I don't know. I took acting classes in LA, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd rather,
But
rather
you're good
compelled.
in everything what
Yeah.
you do.
You were
What about
compelled
sir?
to do that, the Charlie Chaplin, right?
Exactly,
tried it.
right?
At least you were compelled to do the Charlie Chaplin.
yeah, because
And you
I was
tried it. And you loved
Yeah.
it, and then but that was just it one time.
well, I was doing backers auditions, and I would sing the whole score at the piano for people who wanted to invest in the musical because it was a proper musical. We
Yeah.
did it in England and such, and so I was used to doing that, And then Charlie, I was a little boy, and then Charlie is an old man, and then the agent, hey kid, and all this, and I did all of that for the executives and the sponsors, and so I learned the piece, and then my father said, "Why don't you just do that? Just do that."
Yeah.
And so I did, and it's a blast. It's fun. I hope to do it in the Philippines for you sometime, or even well, you guys are up north here.
Yeah.
We've done it in Long Island, and we've done it in where else did I do it? In the New York area. So we'll do that again.
Oh my
Charlie
God!
Chaplin?
Please,
Oh, you bring it back.
please,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
definitely gonna watch it.
Oh my God, we have to know Jesse.
Wait, is it in
get in there.
YouTube? At least for like a few
Well, there's
few minutes of it.
there's some pieces on YouTube. You can go to my website, davidpomeranz.com, and then it has or YouTube, and
YouTube.
it shows clips from it and audience response and interviews with the audience at the end and such. It's kind of cool.
Oh, what about "Born for You"? Like you wrote that song.
How was
right?
that born?
How was-
I wrote the music to "Born for You," and found and the lyrics were written by David Zippel. David Zippel is a theater writer,
Okay.
highly respected, Tony-winning theater writer, and so he and I were pals, and we got together. And wrote "Born for You," but I had the melody to "Born for You," which I had written for a cartoon, an animated feature,
Okay.
and the director, but it wasn't called "Born for You."
What was it called?
It was, and this is completely, boy, you talk about killing the romance, okay? But okay,
Okay.
if you're going to kill the romance, let's just do it in one. but this is true. So I wrote, it was a musical about the Frog Prince.
Okay.
And I wrote a song for the frog to sing called "My Blood Runs Warm for You."
Oh,
To that melody.
Oh.
My blood runs warm for you. Because
no. It's no. It doesn't have
Really?
the same.
Yeah. Okay. And then
Right?
I
Yes.
love this story. Okay.
the director said, "No,
My blood
take it
warms.
away and write us another song," which I did. I wrote a different song, but I had this melody going around my head, and so I said to Zippel, "Anna was warm for you," and he said, "How was I born for you?" I said, "There you go." And we
Born.
sat in a room and we cranked it out. Bang, bang, bang.
And that's
Wow.
sir, you don't mind? Can you sing? You can't. Yeah, you're coughing, right? I want to ask like if you can sing like a little,
There's,
like
there's
piece
some
of the
live
song, but-
commenters here waiting to hear
they're
a
waiting, but-
sample
but-
of the. Yeah, but
is that okay? Or
Yes,
are you-
I was born for you. It was written in the stars. Yes, I was born for you. And the choice was never ours. It's as if the powers of the universe conspire to make you mine. Until the day I die, I bless the day that I was born for you.
Oh.
Oh my
Even
God.
even with a
Thank you so much.
even with a cold, guys. Look at that. Thank you very
know.
much. Oh, wait,
Wow.
I sang this earlier with a friend. And told him our guest tonight is David Pomeranz, and he sang "Born for You," and he said that's from a musical. So I guess he was talking about that.
He was right.
Yeah,
Well, it sounds that way. It has got that quality. It did,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's what it was for.
Oh, I was
You know,
I was a blood
And
warm
again,
for you. I
No,
was
no, forget it. Hey, listen, forget I ever said it, okay?
Yeah.
I know,
No,
but it's cool.
but speaking
you
of
know what?
blood-
Thank you for
But-
you know what? Thank you, because I'm sure not a lot of people knows that, right?
That's a great story.
So thank you for sharing
and
the
Jesse,
story to
speaking
us.
of blood, you have boiled the blood again of the Filipinos once more with a new song with "Born for You." You know, you've given us something
Exactly.
to sing about, like
Oh
all of
my
our lives.
God. Oh my God. Oh, by the way, can you please say hi? Because she's been messaging me since this morning. Oh, no, it's for a few days. Like, can you please say hi to, actually, her name is Cake Fanyo. Ayan. Cake Fanyo. Just say hi, Cake
Shout out
Fanyo.
to Cake. Yeah.
Shout out.
Hello, Cake. Cake? It's her name,
Yes.
Cake?
Cake.
Yes.
Yes, and
Wow.
cake.
Cake
Yes.
Fanyo.
She's very delicious.
It's very
Oh,
delicious.
Cake Fanyo. Cake Fanyo, Cake Fanyo. You have beautiful icing all over your hair. So pretty. It flows everywhere. Cake Fanyo, Cake Fanyo.
Oh my God, Cake! David
Okay.
just made you a song.
Yeah, baby, I need $20,000 for that song.
Oh,
now.
there you
Oh,
go.
no,
He's,
I-
trust me. You know what? Once you meet her, a lot of the
She can actually pay
she has
that
a lot
too.
of friends. She has a lot of friends in celebrity friends, and you know she always takes them to Okada. Like have you been to Okada?
It's in the Philippines.
Manila?
It's one of the luxury hotels now.
Oh my
Yes.
God, yes.
Yes, but
Yes.
I've not stayed there. I know it. I know
Okay.
it.
Oh, Corey Miranda is here. It's like, hi, David.
Also singer
a
and-
Corey,
producer.
hi, Corey.
Singer and producer in
Yes.
California.
Yeah, Corey, I know Corey. Sure.
Wait,
Oh, wow.
Wait, David, when was the last time you were in the Philippines?
Oh man, gosh, it was before COVID, that's for sure.
Do you
So
always go
Was
there
that for
every-
work
every
thing or
year?
just a vacation?
no, I'm sure I did some concerts there. I can't remember the last one I did, but yeah, if it was with the Newport Theater, maybe I can't recall.
Okay. Do you go there
Wow.
every year, or at least like?
Well,
every
I
other-
did until
Before
everything got
COVID.
locked down. We'll go again soon. Maybe at the end of the year.
I'm sure they miss you all. But you know what? I have another question.
miss-
Just so curious. What about your love life? I'll treat him here. Let me know when.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There's
Freaking
Cake
rich
flexing.
girl.
Well, I have to call my wife and ask her that question. So hold on a second.
Okay. Hi.
Kelly, what about my love life?
Oh yeah. How did you meet your wife?
Um,
How
well,
did you meet your? I watched your concert in Sword World. Yeah, yeah. So how did you meet her?
beautiful woman. We met in Los Angeles, and she's an actress and a producer, and we got on really well. She called me. She saw me perform, and the story goes is that her friend who was with her said, "Don't go near that guy," and she said, "Why?" And she said, "Because he's with all these girls and stuff." And I was a bad boy for a while, but
Oh.
but she called me, and on an artist level,
Yes.
we went out, and we're really interested in, I love film, and she loved wow, and Jew. So that's how we fell in love, was over art and artists,
Oh.
and we got to know each other that way.
But of all, because we were looking, actually, we're doing a research. Like we're curious, like what does she look like? But you're very private. Like we don't see pictures of you and your wife. You're that private.
Well, that's not intentional.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Here, hold on.
Oh. God, thank you. My God,
Here's a,
there's so many.
I mean, here's a photo. It's not a new. It's not a new one, but it's just here. Here's Kelly. Whoops.
Oh,
Oh
cute.
my
Oh my God.
God, she's so beautiful.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Oh, no
She's a
wonder why
great.
you fell in love.
I did a good thing being with her.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm sure there's so many women like, oh my God, screaming and dying to date you around and probably like marry you. What made you fall in love with her?
Well, it was what I said. We had a
It's
lot in
just the
common.
art.
We
You
had a
just
lot
had
in
you had
common.
a connection with art.
That's
Also,
it. Oh
also
wow.
spiritually. I mean, we're both into Scientology, and so spiritually, we kind of
Oh
met up. Had anyone who meets anyone, you got to have
yes.
something in common. And the
In
more you have
common
in
too.
common, the more lovely it is.
Do you have kids?
Yeah, we have a son. He's
A son.
just about to turn 21. Name's Nick.
Oh, does he sing like you? Like, does he have
He has a
a
good
talent?
voice. He has a good voice. Plays the guitar, blah blah. But he wants to be an entrepreneur and has plans. I don't want to say what they are because that's his business. But he has
Exactly.
big plans to change the world in a good way. He
Ooh, look at that. He
dedicated.
doesn't want to follow your
Sort of
footstep,
like
right?
you. I mean, you kind of
Oh, actually, you
you kind
changed a
of
lot
you dented the world with your music.
with your music.
Thank you, thank
True,
you.
true. My
Appreciate it.
God. Thank you. So, you know what? Okay, I know it's last question. So,
Okay.
was that how did you propose to your wife? I'm curious. I know it's already an hour, but how did you propose to your
Well,
wife?
she said we were in my car, and I'm in the
Okay.
driver's thing, and I'm leaning, and we parked, and I'm leaning against the door, and
Yes.
she's in the passenger seat, and she's leaning against the door. This is after just a couple of dates or 3 dates, and I said, "How?" I said, I think this could be something, and I meant it, but I didn't expect her response. I said, I think this could be something, what we got going here. And she looks back at me like this and she says, so what are you going to do about it?
Ooh, I love the,
I love
And
that
I
the
response.
freaked
answer.
out. I freaked out. And I said, listen, I'm dating a girl in Germany, which I was. I'm here, and I got to go back. And
Wow.
nuts. She confronted, she confronted me right back. And I'm glad she did. Because not long thereafter, we decided to get married. But that was the very first of it. I don't remember who proposed to who. I don't think she proposed to
Yeah.
me. I think she just
It just happened.
well when I said that to her, I meant it. I think this is something.
Oh
This isn't
wow.
some glib. Hey, you're a hot girl. It's like no, this is a good
It's
thing.
beyond that.
It's
There's
beyond
Thank
something
you.
that,
to
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
So
you
was
have
it
what is your David Pomeranz song for her?
Undying Admiration.
can you
Two
sing
songs. One's called Undying Admiration. That's from the Born for You album, and the other one is On This Day.
a little bit of a
Those
sample?
those songs were written for Kelly. I wrote Undying Admiration for her because I wanted a love song to be about the person she was, and how she knocked me out with who she is. She's so formidable. She's so poof. So that was that. And then On This Day, I wrote with a guy called Jimmy Peterick, a wonderful writer, and he was thinking. So we wrote it after we had lunch together, and pounded on the car in the parking lot, almost whole. On this day, I promise forever. Bam, boom, bam, hitting on the car. And we went off and finished it. He was thinking about his wife, and I was thinking about Kelly.
Oh
And it's
my
an
Wow.
honest
God.
That's
song.
so
It's an honest
sweet.
song. Both
That's
of us meant it.
oh my God. Wait, was it what type of husband are you? Are you the romantic type? Do you cook for her?
Yeah, sure. Oh yeah.
What's your aside from singing and cooking, singing? So what is your other love languages for her?
Exactly.
What do you mean my love languages? What do you mean?
Others is like cooking for your wife is a love language.
Oh, I see.
Yes, yes, yes.
Washing the dishes is your love
The
language.
love
Could be.
Yeah, throwing the garbage is a love language.
Yeah, you're doing it for her. It's a love language.
Oh.
I see what you mean. Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's like any relationship. We have to sort of remind each other every day and
Yes.
hang it together, and create it brand new, right? I'm sure anyone watching this
Exactly.
knows what I'm talking about. And it doesn't hang together by itself. So, I could be running around. I'm always busy and I'm writing and this and that. And I got to go there and I got to have an appointment. And I have to take the time and I have to go, whoa, there she is. And I stop and I, fill myself with her and I lean over and I kiss her and she kisses me back and we smile like as if to say, I just had to tell you, I'm busy and you are too, but you just have to, take that moment. And that's very nourishing. I guess that's a love language thing. I like being with her so much. I love traveling with her. We love going to Europe together. And
Oh my God.
Wow.
What's your favorite place in Europe?
sorry.
What's your favorite place in Europe?
Oh, well, actually, for me, it's London. I love
It's
London.
London.
I love England.
London.
I love anything England.
Oh wow.
And but
How about Italy? Because me and
Italy's
Jesse we love
well,
Italy.
Italy's the
Of
greatest.
course.
Where have you guys been in Italy? Where have you been?
Amalfi Coast.
Rome,
Toured
Amalfi
different types
Coast.
around Amalfi Coast.
Nice, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Venice,
oh,
Florence. Yeah, like those places. But
Florence.
Amalfi Coast is the best. Oh God, Amalfi Coast. Ugh,
You
I
know, I've
love
not
it. I
I've
love.
not been to the Amalfi Coast.
Oh,
I hear it.
oh,
I've seen it in
then
movies.
that's gonna be your next bucket list, right? I'm
Okay,
sure you've been to different places, right?
certainly. Hey, you know what's great in Italy? Everybody listening, it's Verona. Did you go there?
Oh yeah,
I
we've been to
heard.
Verona. Yeah, we've been to Verona. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Isn't
Romeo and
that
Juliet.
beautiful? Romeo
Yes,
and Juliet.
yes, yes. Oh my God.
I love
Yeah,
that
we love Verona too.
movie.
But are you the jealous person or is she the jealous person? Is she? Because there's a
You
lot of
jealous over
girls in
other
movie.
people, other
Yeah,
girls, other guys, kind of thing.
girls. Yes, yes, yes. Especially her because you're David Pomeranz. If I'm your wife, I will be.
There was a guy. There was a guy who she doesn't know this actually. See, I'm telling you, what are you guys getting out of me here? What's going on?
That's what we do. You just had like what?
David, we have kind of
ginger.
we have kind of voodoo magic. I'm sorry, we're gonna tell
Exactly.
you
Yeah,
right now.
here's voodoo magic.
Yeah.
There was a guy. There was a guy, a really great actor and songwriter, and I used to write with him. And he was very handsome and very charming. So
Yes.
charming that even guys would go, "Well, that's a charming, likable, lovable guy."
That's a good-looking guy,
Yes.
basically.
That's a
Yeah.
good-looking guy. You can't. And then she was. I noticed that she was a little bit smitten with him. I could tell, and she tried, and yeah, I felt a little. Hey, what's going on here? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, wait, this is a while ago, but generally, no. I mean, we trust one another, and we know. I mean, with all of my bad boy antics from back in the day, I don't do that anymore,
Yes.
and she knows that. And then she's straight as an arrow. She doesn't mess
Oh.
around. Her ethics is strong. Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh my God. I'm sure because if you're my husband, I'll be like, who is that? I saw that you're looking at this girl. Because you're David
Well,
Pomeranz.
well, I love women. I love looking at girls. I love it.
Yes,
And
exactly.
and sometimes she and I comment on it, and I'll go, look, we have to talk about it. We can't have
Yes,
secrets. Secrets make
exactly.
blow
Yeah.
up a relationship. So if
Exactly.
I'm looking at this girl and I say, wow, and she sees me say wow, sometimes we talk about it, or she'll smile, or not.
Maybe more of not. Maybe more of the not.
But I
Maybe
try.
the not.
I try not to have a secret about it. I try not to make a secret about it. Like, oh, I shouldn't do that, and did she see me in it? That's not
Yeah,
good
true.
for a relationship. So it's kind of light, we keep it light.
Yeah.
Oh, in the Philippines, you both love the Philippines.
Very much.
Oh, what do you like about the Philippines? I mean, food wise and places. What's your favorite?
Oh, food wise, my goodness.
So many,
Well,
right?
yeah. I mean, I love pancit when it's done right. I like it with the chicken. I love. Oh God, what is
The
that?
lumpia.
I love. Yeah, Olympia is great.
Olympia.
I,
Yes.
I love that. And cassava cake, I love that.
Oh wow.
There are certain little things that I adore. Lumpia, the lumpia.
Dinuguan. Just kidding.
You,
I'm getting hungry now.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I love the,
Dinuguan.
you know what dinuguan is? Have you heard it?
what is it?
It's a
Dinuguan.
dinuguan.
It's called like in English. It's chocolate soup or what?
It's a
What?
black. It's
I
a
mean,
black.
what?
It's stew, but it's made of the pork's blood. That's why it's
The
dark.
pork's blood.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I
why it's
see.
dark.
Yeah.
I don't think. And is it great?
It's a lot of
mean,
my
we love it,
non-Filipino
but,
friends loves it. Yeah. Lechon. I'm sure you love lechon.
I love lechon. Yeah, I mean, I don't eat
Yeah.
it much, but I like it. We've had a funny. Well, I was given a pizza one time. I was in a province doing a concert, and my manager came up to me and said, "We have a pizza," and I went, "Great pizza!" And I took the pizza and I bit into it, and it went crunch in a
Yes.
way that pizzas don't go crunch.
Yeah.
And I said, "What is in this thing?" And it was sisig pizza, so it had the pig cheeks in the pizza.
Yes.
Yeah, the crispy
Yes.
skin. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I didn't expect it, and they were laughing. They thought it was the funniest
Was
thing.
it
And
good? Was it
Well,
good?
did you
Oh.
finish it?
No,
It's like sisig pizza. What the heck is
Pizza.
this?
no, this stuff
Yeah, I know.
Is
that doesn't belong in a pizza.
Oh, Michael Yunting is here.
Our great
Hi.
singer too is here.
Oh my God!
the
Hello,
Philippines.
hello,
Michael.
hello. Yes. We had Mitoy. It's
Mitoy,
Mitoy.
yeah, we
yes,
interviewed him,
Mitoy.
yeah, last year.
Yes. So what? Is there like a an unforgettable moment in the Philippines that you will never ever forget?
Boy,
Aside from the panties throwing at you during your concerts,
The
in
panties
80s.
and the bras,
and in the bus.
and giving the key, the hotel keys.
during your bad boy days.
I know, right? Your wifey might pow
Forget
pow
about
us.
it.
No,
Was there a lot, unforgettable?
yeah, there are a lot of
moment?
wonderful moments. I particularly enjoyed performing a concert, in a duet concert with Leah Salonga.
Oh yes.
And I've always admired Leah. And she worked when we did the Charlie Chaplin musical. It's called Little Tramp, by the way. We made an album of it, and Leah. This is back in the '90s, early '90s, and she was like very young. She sang on the album. I was when I first met her. But anyway, so we got a chance. I guess it's about 10 years ago at the Newport Theater, and we devised an evening that made us cry. It was great. It was great, great. And our voices together were pretty lovely. That was a high point for me, I must tell you.
Wow.
But I've sung with so many of the women and men in the Philippines, and I'm always I'm not just saying this because it's a what do you call it, a PR thing to say.
Yes.
But I'm astonished by how beautiful the singers are there, and how many of them there are, and how they understand nuance. Very specific. They understand nuance. Some of the ones that belt all the time, like do the Ariana Grande thing all the time, that's not nuance. But most don't do that. Most, they understand dynamics. They can pull back, and they can, if they're doing a duet, they can
Yeah.
go like that.
Do you know how to belt the parts that belt, and then there's times that they're just soft.
Yeah,
and whispering
exactly,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's nuance. It's change. It's like good sex.
There.
Oh,
No,
That's
I
a
don't-
good
I don't
way
mean-
to put it.
I don't mean that, but it's like making
I
love.
love
It's
it.
like,
Okay.
if you just You know,
It's
it's
gonna
like
be boring.
boring. It's
You're
terrible.
not
It's
gonna.
like
You're not
I
coming back.
know.
you're out, buddy.
Bye.
But you know, you just you pull back, and then then you the rest of it is obvious.
Yeah, you
But,
do
but, it,
that.
but singing is like that, performing is like that. So a lot of these singers, most of them understand this, and I'm very in deep respect for these people. You know, Jaja Padilla. You know, Jaja Padilla is interesting because she sings. She's very unique, and nobody sounds like her. Nobody,
Oh,
nobody.
really?
Well, I think
Oh.
I
she
think so too. Yeah. Since you
Yeah.
sounds
mentioned
like
it.
Jaja Padilla. You can tell Jaja from a lot of these people, most of them, you know them instantly. There's two
Yeah, that's
notes.
what.
You know, that's Gary V. That's Martin Rivera. That's Pio
It's very
Pascual.
distinct,
That
right?
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
very
always say
distinct
that. Yeah.
instantly. So that's a beautiful thing.
Just like
Yeah.
your song. Like actually we JCas and Direct JV and I we always talk about it like whenever because we guested a lot, like Filipino celebrities and singers in our show. So we always say like there's a certain people that has like a distinct voice because the rest are all the same. You can never if this person will
Yeah.
sing will be like, who's that? Wait, nah, I don't remember. Just like your voice is very distinct. Like you would know right away that's David. And now we know what we're talking about. Yeah, you're right. Sasha Padilla. You would know right away. Like, oh,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I'm not gonna
Or,
sing.
Leia, or any
And
almost
Leia,
every-
Leia
has the
Salonga,
the
of
crystal clear
course.
voice. That's her. That's her thing. And you
Yeah.
spoke about the Philippines earlier. Where else did you go in the Philippines when you're there? Do you like to go to the beaches? Beaches. You probably went to more than we did.
maybe.
Yes.
It's like living in New York and never having seen the Empire State Building or the
Exactly.
Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
But I've been in a lot of places, a lot of provinces. Unfortunately, we don't always get to spend much time in them. But everything from General Santos is Zamboanga, and people places are kind of more remote. But my God, Bacolod and Iloilo and Cebu, many times.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite so far?
Oh, of the provinces?
Yes.
Oh,
Cebu, Bohol.
yeah.
Bohol?
Bahol. Is that the one with the peanuts?
The chocolate hill. The
Yeah.
chocolate
Is it
hill.
the chocolate
Yes.
hill?
Don't they have peanuts too? I mean, they specialize in famous for. Is that a different place?
Bicol, I
Is that
think it's
Bicol?
in Bicol.
Bicol.
Yes.
Pardon.
Is
Pardon.
that the sweet peanuts you're talking about? That's
And
Yes.
there's the
basically-
Mayon volcano. Bicol.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, the cone volcano.
that's
Oh,
a
very
beautiful
very
place.
interesting. Well, I find most places in the Philippines very interesting, very.
Oh my God.
And I love the little fishing villages. I love the more sophisticated villages. They're all different.
and of course the warm hospitality all the time.
Exactly. Like
Absolutely.
everybody
Welcome.
loves you.
Yeah.
Even
Oh.
the little kids knows you up until now. Like, oh, that's David Pomeranz. Oh, there's
no.
a question here. Darwin Galima. David, what's your favorite food place in New York? Oh yeah.
Ooh, I don't know if I know it anymore because
Oh.
there are so many closed. I had a favorite food place. It was the Carnegie Deli on 7th Avenue. It doesn't exist
Carnegie.
anymore. Yeah.
Cats. What about Cat's Deli?
It's a cat's deli.
Cat's Deli, yeah, great.
Well,
The
it's still
pastrami.
there. Yeah.
Long time ago.
I'm
I was
hungry.
there
Oh,
a
now
long
I'm
time.
salivating.
You love that?
Oh, the pastrami. Are you, even
Good, huh?
sometimes there's a longer line. We don't care. We're just gonna. Oh.
Oh
Now,
man.
Now you're making me hungry.
I am just one train away from Cat's Deli, one subway, and then walk to Cat's Deli.
Oh man.
Oh, come. Go, J Cats. Eat for
Well,
us.
I'm very, very jealous. You asked me if do I ever get jealous? Now I'm jealous.
Now you're jealous.
No, there
yes,
you go.
Of the food, yeah.
Boy, because those places in New York know how to make that food. Just
Oh,
like in the
yes.
Philippines, they know how to make that thing, and the deli in New York is
It's
unsurpassed.
the specialty, definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and of course, it's one of the great culinary capitals of the world, so to say. It was my favorite. You know,
Yes.
And of course, let's not forget the orgasm scene of that movie.
What?
oh yeah, that was the Stage Deli, I think, which was down the road from the Carnegie. But I think
It's in the Cat's Deli. She did that.
was it a cat? Pardon me. Okay, then sorry.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
Yes,
cool.
yes.
That's a cool scene, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm
Meg
hungry
Ryan.
now.
There's a lot of people who there's a lot of people who goes there and film themselves doing the same thing as Meg Ryan
Right.
and moaning
Right.
moaning in front of
Like-
the
Yes,
sandwich.
yes.
Yes.
And you know the woman who delivers the line about "I want what she's having." Do you know who
What?
that is?
Who was that?
The director Rob Reiner. That's his mother.
Oh
Really?
wow!
Yeah.
Well, that's a great fun
I
fact.
want what she's
He
having. Yeah.
gave her that line. He put her in the movie and gave her that line. I'll have what she's having.
I know, right? You know, like when she
Yeah,
was
and that's
eating,
still a
like,
line being used right now. You know, I'll have what he's having. Yeah.
Oh my
Great.
God,
Great
David,
stuff.
when are you coming back in New York? Like we wanna. I hope when you
Mm.
visit here,
Yeah.
you know,
Din
we'll
din
have a chance to
dinner.
have
I
dinner
missed.
with you.
Oh, thank you very much. Ooh, let's go to Katz's. Let's go to Katz's.
Can we go? Yeah, come on, let's go to Cat
Yeah,
Steffi.
we
Okay.
talked about it.
And we'll do the same thing. Jcas will do that reenactment, and I'll say that I want one what he's having, or you can do the reenactment.
you can do
and
it.
Jcas-
I don't know about that. That'll be
Oh my
the thing.
God.
Let's ruin your name at that moment, okay?
Just
It'll
kidding.
get on YouTube. It'll go, and it won't go
Exactly.
viral because people will be going, "What the heck is he doing?"
It will go viral because of that. Oh, a good podcast. Much love from Japan.
Oh,
yeah,
Japan.
yeah,
I love
from
Japan.
Wow.
Thank
Oh,
Japan.
Joel is here.
Arigato.
Yes, hi Joel. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Oh, Josie
Joel,
back here. Hi.
for introducing David
Yes,
to
for
us.
hook-
Oh my
for
God,
hooking up
so
us with
much fun, so
David.
much fun. David, promise, okay, when you visit here in New York, let's have dinner. Yes,
Please.
Cat's
Oh,
Deli
it'll
or
be a
whatever.
joy. It'll be a
Yes.
joy or whatever. You
And we're
bet.
dying to meet your beautiful wife.
Yeah, if she's with you when you
Definitely,
come, yeah.
definitely. I hope she can come too. My
Good.
God. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Imagine it's
much.
been an hour and a half. My God, I didn't even notice the time.
Yeah,
I
nor
didn't
did I.
know- Oh my God, it's so much fun. And thank you for sharing a lot of stories about your life that we
And
didn't know.
anecdotes, yes.
Yes, thank
Thank you very
and,
much. This is
And thank you so
great
much, for all the songs that you shared to everyone, especially to the Filipino people. That's why we all love you. And thank you for those. Oh, I cried. Some of the songs that you had, like it became like my hugot. I don't know, how do you say hugot? You know what's hugot?
It's
It's like a
it's from
in the
your
Philippines
inside.
it's always like that.
You're pulling
It's
it out of your inside. Yeah, the
inside.
emotion.
Like
yeah, that's
a
how
lot
it
of
is.
people are always like, I don't know, it's so hard to explain. Guys, explain.
I get it.
What's hugot?
Yeah, he got it. I think
Hugot.
he got the gist of it. Yeah, it's who
Yes,
got it.
exactly. Thank
All
you
right.
so much. Jcas, do you have any last question? I know you do.
Oh, I
There
do.
you
Yes,
go.
we asked this
Yes,
to everyone,
yes.
and
Okay.
we're interested in what you're going to say. So, David, I'm sure with a lot of your experiences in your career and in your life, if you have a chance to travel back in time and talk to your younger self, to young David, what are you going to tell him?
Oh, huh. Don't give up. Keep pushing ahead, and don't that it takes it to get something done takes more than just trying, and more than just kind of wanting it. It takes total commitment. It takes being professional all the time. It takes coming through when you don't feel like it. When I'd rather be because there were times, especially in my younger days, where I was having so much fun and it was so great, and I had opportunities that came by that I blew because I didn't care that much or something. I don't know.
You didn't feel like it during that time, yeah.
I didn't feel like it. I don't want to go to that party. I don't. Which is different than this is where I'm going. This is what's happening. Go to the party, meet the people, whatever it is. I'm not saying
Yes,
anything in
exactly.
particular, but that's what I'd have said to myself: is be more professional and get there because you said so, and do it. and don't mess
That's so
around.
true. That's so true. That's so
Yeah.
true.
Thank you very
You know
much.
what?
Never,
Can I
never
add
give up
something?
and commit to the commitment.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know what? Can I add something? Like,
Sure.
that's why with JCAS and JV, I'm the pusher. I push, not other
Yeah, she's the
pusher, but
pusher
I
of the
push
group.
because I always tell them, let's say, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go there. I always say, like, you never know. What if, right? Just go, and you never know who we're gonna meet. You never
Right.
know. Just go, and after that, just thank me after. Like
There
things
you
like,
go.
just do it. Just
Good
do
for
it.
you. Good
Yeah,
for you.
just do
Open
it.
the
Just
door.
do it.
Open the door. Open the
Open the
door.
door.
Open the door.
Open the
Open the
door.
door. And the answer is yes.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
The answer is
Yes.
yes. It's
Exactly. Because you don't want to regret and just saying, like, what if, or I should have, right? Exactly. My God. Thank you, David. And David, last message to everyone, especially to those, to those aspiring artists that wants to follow your footstep and they want to be like you eventually. So can you please give them, a piece of advice?
just enjoy what you do, and mean it. Just mean it, and find out what it is you mean. Find out what you want to say. Find out what you want them to know. I'm going to end off with just one little quickie thing. When I go to do a concert, I have a thing that I do. I stand in the wings and I ask myself, why am I here? Why is this happening? And the reason is, it's like, what? And it's, what do I want to say to them? What do I want them to know? Why am I here? Right?
Yeah.
And
Oh.
and the answer always comes to me. I want to know them. I want us to have an experience of affinity, synergy together.
Yes.
I don't want to be up here and they're there, or they're up here and I'm there.
Yes.
Yeah. So why am I doing it? So I walk out on the stage with a purpose, with knowing what we're going to do. And what we're going to do is have some fun. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to feel some stuff together. There's going to be a lot of improvisation and this sort of thing. So I guess what I would say is just, why you're doing it. So just do that. And even if it's to get girls, or if it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's
True.
okay. It doesn't have to be some highfalutin philosophical thing, what I really want is to, enlighten the public. But just, I would just say, just find out where you are, look around, find out where you are, and look through the curtains, look at the people. They're waiting for you. They want to have an experience with you. So go and have one and enjoy it. It's simple, really.
God, that's
Wow.
such a beautiful
That's a good message for
Coming
us,
from
aspiring
Mr. David
artists and
Pomeranz.
composers. Yes, just know your purpose. Even if it's
Exactly.
just how
so true.
whatever that is, even if it's just for girls or boys.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever float
Or
your boat,
Whatever.
right?
if you're doing it for food, then do it for food during that time. Just as long as you know why you're doing it. Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, it helps. It helps.
Yes. Like anything that you want to promote?
Yeah,
No.
before we let you go.
Oh, I do. Actually, there is something. I'm doing this podcast,
Oh,
which I think people would enjoy, and I interview these legendary songwriters. And
nice. What's the
you can
title?
go to davidpomeranz.com. The podcast is called Song Sessions. One word, Song Sessions. And
Song
I've
Sessions.
interviewed my gosh, we've got Richard Marx, Melissa
Wow.
Manchester. We've done Paul Williams. We've done Jim Peterick, with whom I wrote On This Day,
Yes.
who also wrote Eye of the
Oh,
Tiger.
there you go.
Oh, look, there it is.
Oh.
And who else? Barry Mann, who wrote You Lost That Love and Feeling and On Broadway and all these great songs.
Oh my
And
God.
our next one is Barry Manilow and Kathy Lee Gifford, David Shire.
Oh, I love
What?
Kathy Lee, KLG.
And,
wow.
Yeah. So, and there's Jimmy Peterick. and we have things to come, like Rupert Holmes. We did one with Rupert. So that's song sessions, and I think people will enjoy it. And the purpose of song sessions is to bring attention to these great people and their great work, so they're not forgotten, and young generations can enjoy it.
And also can learn a thing or two.
Exactly.
And learn a thing or seven. And all of these people have something to say, man. All of them.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You
Wow.
wanna pick their
That's
brains
exciting.
and listen to
Yeah.
this
Good. I think you'll
podcast.
enjoy it.
Yeah, we will post it too for you. Definitely. And we
Okay.
will listen because that
Good.
will be an amazing. Imagine like all these big names. Wow. And I'm sure there's a reason why they became big. So it's better to listen because, you can get something out of it, right?
You
From
bet.
listening.
You bet. Yeah, you'll enjoy
The
it.
people behind the classic songs that we love and still
Exactly.
playing right now.
That's right.
Yes.
My God.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
Thank
Again.
you.
Very, very
David.
welcome. What a joy to be with you both. Truly.
My God. Yes.
Enjoyed
Such
it.
a-
And the time went very fast, right?
I
Yeah, I
know,
know.
right? An
When you're
hour
having
and a
fun.
half. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's
And
an honor. It's an honor.
And David,
Yes.
there's lots more people who's gonna watch this like tomorrow, and
They'll
they're gonna
be, like,
appreciate
surprised.
getting
Yes.
to see you again and getting to catch up with you. And mga ka-OAGOT, thank you very much for joining us in this very fun
Yes.
episode. Don't forget to share this amongst your friends, and also please follow us here in Over a Glass or Two in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, and subscribe to our Over a Glass or Two YouTube channel. Mr. David Pomeranz, thank you very much again.
Thank you, Jesse and Dick
Yes,
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
for hanging out with us and giving us your
We'll
your
see you
life
in New
stories
York,
and
okay? Hopefully, please. Okay.
Yes, Deli, pastrami. I'm ready.
Yes.
And let's have
Yes.
our last toast for this more night.
Yes.
Yes. David and mga ka-OAGOT, everyone, amidst the pandemic, let's still find ways to be happy. Let's all talk about it over a glass or two. Bye,
Thank you,
David. We love you.
David.
Thank you,
you.
guys.
Good
Bye.
night, everyone. Good night. Mwah.
Alam nyo ba itong SMDC? Ang gandang gawin na puhunan. Kung gusto nyong mag-invest sa mga kondo nila, maganda yung mga locations, talagang prime, mala resort yung mga amenities. Well-managed yung cleanliness, saka pwede mo pang maparent yung kondo na mabibili mo. Hindi mahal yung bayad sa pag-reserve, pati yung monthly mong down. Talagang abot kaya nating mga tiga-ibang bansa. So guys, kung gusto nyo magkaroon ng sarili nyong kondo, pamumuhunan ninyo, titirahan o gagawing bakasyonan, may eksklusibong discount kami ng SMDC dito sa Over a Glass or Two. Mag-email lang kayo sa amin sa oagot.us@gmail.com. Pwede ka din magbenta nito para sa ekstrang pera mo. So email lang kayo sa oagot.us@gmail.com. Get your mind and body rejuvenated with Monarch Montage, Skin Science, and Medical Aesthetics. Secure the glow you always wanted. Achieve the body of your dreams. Monarch Montage upholds its high standards in beauty. Beauty is the harmony of science and art. Beauty is balance and civic. Complexions are meant to be immaculate, and beauty is beyond time. Imagine the possibilities. In the Philippines, contact Dr. Homer Mendoza. In New York City, contact Dr. Alicia Almendrao. Learn more at monarch-montage.com. Monarch Montage, the beauty and health continue.